Sichuan, a vast expanse of steep mountains and fertile plains, high plateaus and deep valleys. Here, the traditions and dialects of the Yi, Qiang and Tibetan ethnic groups have survived. Nevertheless, Sichuan resolutely looks to the future, and its sprawling cities are among the most modern in the world. This land of flavors hides many gastronomic treasures, and its spices are reputed throughout the world. The forests of this immense territory are home to a myriad of animal species, including the giant panda, so emblematic of China. A crossroads of many populations, multifaceted Sichuan is in a state of constant renewal. Sichuan is one of the 34 provinces that make up the People's Republic of China. Its capital is Chengdu. Administratively separated since 1997, the province is often associated with its eastern neighbor, Chongqing. Sichuan is divided into two large areas. To the east, a vast fertile basin of some 260,000 square kilometers, making it one of the country's 4 biggest agricultural regions. To the northwest, the Min mountain range, which includes Jiuzhaigu Valley. Sichuan is home to 50 national parks, where the forces of nature have sketched out a variety of landscapes: high plateaus, majestic mountains, green hills and valleys. Its richness and diversity have earned Sichuan the nickname of the Land of Plenty. Jiuzhaigu Valley in the north is principally known for the beauty of its lakes and waterfalls. A Tibetan legend tells of a god who gave the goddess he loved the gift of a mirror. She dropped the mirror and it broke into 118 pieces, which immediately turned into so many beautiful lakes. Jiuzhaigu is a magical place like nowhere else on Earth. It takes its name from the 9 Tibetan villages scattered through it. Until the 1960s, the valley was known only to its inhabitants. It was only accessible via a few rare mountain paths. Nowadays, new roads make it easier to explore the valley. The natural park, however, is not easily accessible, and tourists prefer to climb the surrounding mountains. Jiuzhaigu Valley was formed during the Ice Age 2.6 million years ago. Its subterranean water is rich in calcium carbonate, a form of limestone that can be seen and admired at the bottom and on the shores of the lakes. "50 kilometers away to the south lies the equally famous Huanglong Valley. Its remarkable basins of turquoise water seem to be suspended over 3,000 meters up. Huanglong Province houses many peaks permanently covered in snow. The variety of its forest biodiversity and its splendid waterfalls create a landscape worthy of a postcard. This area of nearly 60,000 hectares is a physical as well as geological curiosity. As well as its forests and huge diversity of fauna, its cascades, its terraces, its lakes, waterfalls and limestone outcrops also catch the eye. Sichuan's climate is conditioned by the altitude of its various regions. The high plateaus experience a long winter and a chilly but very sunny summer. The temperature plummets at night. The plains to the east are much hotter, but also experience more cloud and fog. The land here is rich and fertile. The majestic Yangtze-Jiang River, more commonly known as the Yangtze, flows through Sichuan. The third longest river in the world after the Amazon and the Nile, the Yangtze has more than 700 tributaries. It makes the 6,380-kilometer journey from its source to the East China Sea, passing through the region's biggest city, Chongqing. Sichuan has around 100 million inhabitants. It has the same surface area as Spain, but is 2.5 times as densely populated. The two greatest population hubs are unsurprisingly its two sprawling cities, Chengdu and Chongqing. Between them, they have a population of 48 million. Cities full of contrast, they harmoniously combine the traditions of ancient China and the assets of the modern nation. Resolutely future-facing, these cities are developing at lightning speed. For the last 2 decades, this city has been a never-ending giant building site. Skyscrapers and elevated railways spring from the ground at a remarkable rate. Nowadays, the monorail is the essential method of transport for anyone living in, visiting or passing through Chongqing. The city has a total of 154 stations, over 264 kilometers of line. It is the world's biggest monorail system, a minimum requirement for a city with 34 million citizens. Each train is driven by a member of the CRT, the organization responsible for managing the network. The change of shifts is subject to a very specific protocol.
Thanks for your hard work. All of the doors leading to the platform are closed. There are no people or objects stuck in any of the doors. The monitor is working normally. The door light is working. 5 seconds.
The next station is Biodiversity, and doors on the right side will...
The trains make their way through the whole city, even occasionally going through buildings. Such as Line 2, for example, where Liziba station is on the 8th floor of a tower block. The monorail comes in through one side of the building and goes out through the other.
Liziba station ready to stop.
The whole rail network is managed from an impressive control centre, as good as any in the world's greatest capital cities.
The first metro line, Line 2, was inaugurated on the 18th of June 2005. It's our first monorail line. The control centre opened in July 2011, the same time as Chongqing's Line 1. Maximum capacity is over 2.6 million passengers per day. On average, we transport 2 million passengers every day.
Chongqing's roads are built on several levels. While one road is under your feet, you just have to look up to see another above it, and 2 more in between. These interchanges or flyovers theoretically preclude traffic jams. The city is built at high altitude on steep terrain, hence its nickname of Mountain City. If you're on the 12th floor of a tower block and you see a bus go past the window, you're probably in Chongqing. The Yangtze goes through the town centre. Until recently, the two banks were connected by cable car. Ideally adapted to the city's rugged landscape, this was the principal mode of transport for the city's inhabitants. During the 1990s, a single cable car could transport over 12,000 passengers a day. Since a succession of bridges was built, the cable cars have been reimagined as tourist attractions. You can cover a distance of 1,100 meters in just a few minutes, enjoying an exceptional panoramic view of Chongqing. The city teems with life on every level. As above, so below. When the sun beats down on the city, its inhabitants use these former air raid shelters to relax and stay cool. During the Sino-Japanese War, which began in 1931, the Japanese Air Force carried out some 5,000 air raids, dropping 11,500 bombs on the city in just 6 months. This was because the Chinese government had relocated to Chongqing. The city was heavily bombed in a bid to neutralize any resistance. The bombings took the lives of many thousands of civilians. The shelters built to protect the population cover a surface area of over 1 million square meters. Today, around 40 of the shelters are open to the public, and people gather there to drink tea, read the paper, play mahjong, or even practice sport. Heading west, a 2-hour high-speed train journey takes us to Sichuan's other big city, Chengdu. A little less famous than the regional capital, it nonetheless has a population of 14 million. Its architectural diversity is a hodgepodge of gigantic buildings. In the midst of a demographic boom, the city is impressive in its size, its vast avenues, and its crossroads. Chengdu and its suburbs cover an area of 14,000 square kilometers, a little smaller than inner London. The Taikoo Li district was inaugurated in October 2014. It is a successful example of the integration of a commercial district in the heart of a group of old buildings. It is made up of numerous small 3-story blocks, topped with traditional Chinese roofs and linked by pathways. Big international brands have set up shop here, surrounding the famous Dasi Temple, built between the 3rd and 4th centuries. Still in Chengdu, all eyes are on an animal emblematic of China, the panda. This national treasure only lives in the wild in Sichuan, which is reputed to be the original home of the giant panda and is home to 85% of the world's panda population. The giant panda weighs between 80 and 125 kilos. As with most large mammals, the females are smaller and lighter than the males. Panda mating season lasts just a few days a year, making reproduction problematic. Added to which, the female only gives birth to 1 or 2 cubs.
Generally, they are in season in the spring between March and May. After the winter, the temperature rises gradually. And their season depends on how quickly the temperature rises. Our department monitors them to ensure that they mate at the best time. Their gestation can last between 80 and 200 days. It depends on the mother.
The Chengdu Research Center started with 6 pandas in 1987. 30 years later, over 200 panda cubs have been born here. These researchers focus their attention on the newborn cubs.
Sometimes the mother runs out of milk when the cub is just about a year old. When the cubs are very young, they feed uniquely on their mother's milk. In such cases, we feed the baby with powdered milk. When the cubs leave their mother, they live with pandas the same age as themselves and feed on bamboo.
The panda has 6 digits, including an opposable false thumb. This allows it to grasp the bamboo stalks that form their staple diet. Each morning, the same routine takes place. 2 trucks deliver bamboo that's been gathered in the mountains to the center. Pandas feed almost exclusively on bamboo that grows at high altitude. This means that every day, bamboo has to be harvested and transported to the center. An adult giant panda can consume around 30 kilos of bamboo a day. Reintroducing the panda to its natural environment is a struggle, and the first attempts met with failure. The pandas were unable to survive by themselves. Now a whole reintroduction strategy has been developed. The pandas are gradually separated from humans. They live in increasingly large enclosures and are fed less and less by human hand. This technique has yielded good results, and the majority of pandas released into the wild survive alone in their natural environment. The Middle Empire is currently home to 1,864 pandas who roam 2.6 million hectares. The population has increased by 12% in 10 years. According to ecologists, efforts to protect so-called flagship species like the giant panda also benefit other creatures like the red panda. This helps to preserve biodiversity. The vast broadleaf forests on the slopes of Mount Imei are home to a different species of mammal, the Tibetan macaque. They live in groups of around 20 individuals. The Tibetan macaque is mainly vegetarian. Fruit, leaves, seeds, and mainly bamboo shoots are the main staples of its diet. Although they spend most of their time on the ground, these monkeys are perfectly adapted to life in the forest. Another quite different creature has enhanced China's reputation throughout the world, the silkworm. Silkworms are the caterpillars of a moth called the Bombus mori, which lays around 500 eggs during the course of the 4 to 5 days of its short life. Silk production is one of history's most jealously guarded secrets. Sichuan's mulberry plantations cover an area of over 127,000 hectares. Mulberry leaves are the silkworm's principal food source. It will reach the optimum size to form a cocoon after about 20 days. The worms then turn into chrysalises. There are 3 necessary stages in the gathering of the precious thread. The first takes place 8 to 10 days after the cocoon is formed. The cocoons are taken off their support and sorted. In the second stage, the cocoons are steamed in a sterilizer heated to 80 degrees and are then soaked in boiling water to soften the natural glue that protects the fibers. In the final spinning stage, the end of the single thread that makes up each cocoon is gathered and placed on a reel. In 2016, Sichuan's silk production was 33,300 tons. This represents 21% of China's total silk production, making the province the country's second greatest producer of silk. That same year, the value of Sichuan's silk production sector reached 4.5 billion euros. The annual value of exports is estimated at 171 million euros. Sichuan is also renowned for its aeronautical sector. Chengdu is one of the 4 largest civil and military aviation research centers in China. Avic Chengfei Commercial Aircraft & Co. is one of the main aeronautical construction companies. It built the nose cone for the C919, a 39-meter medium-haul aircraft. It is the biggest airliner ever built in China. It can carry 168 passengers, has a range of 5,555 kilometers, and made its maiden test flight from Shanghai International Airport in 2017. Since 1996, the company has also manufactured the rear door of the Airbus A320. The Chengdu factory also produces tail fins and spoilers for Boeing and Airbus. The fast pace of economic development has unfortunate consequences for the environment. Chengdu, like many other Chinese cities, suffers from major problems with pollution and persistent smog. In response to the consequences of development, new policies have been put into place, consisting of integrating an increasing amount of vegetation in construction projects and coming up with new, more eco-friendly concepts in transport. Since 2016, the humble bicycle has had a new lease of life. Huanchisha Park is a haven of tranquility, where the locals can gather for a stroll, side by side with the many animals who have made their home here, such as the little egret. The contrast between the hectic streets of the huge city and the peaceful atmosphere of its parks, temples and tea rooms is remarkable. Chengdu is known as a city of fun, where people spend their afternoons drinking tea, playing mahjong, reading the newspaper or even watching open-air shows. Mahjong is a game for 4 players, using pieces known as tiles. It is a game of tactics, strategy, calculation and psychology. Not to mention a little luck. It's a gambling game and is very popular in Sichuan. The Mahjong parlor is a place to enjoy life, form bonds and do business. Chengdu's parks have a host of other, sometimes peculiar surprises, such as ear cleaning. Using an ancient technique, These experts, armed with their improbable tools, clear people's ears of any impurities. Every day at dusk, the streets, parks and town squares become the backdrop to a strange ballet, as the city's elderly leave their homes to go dancing. While traditional folk music is as popular as ever, pop music also has its fans. This kind of square dancing is certainly a success with senior citizens. It is a way for them to get some exercise and keep fit. The younger generation is also welcome. Usually, a group of dancers is guided by a leader. The idea being to follow the rhythm and to do one's best to follow the steps everyone else is doing. Like all big cities, Chongqing and Chengdu have a vibrant nightlife. Many bars and discotheques attract night owls from sunset onwards. One can also spend an evening in the company of the performers of Sichuan's world-famous opera. Costumes and makeup are applied with the greatest care before the performers take the stage. The Sichuan opera's performances are a blend of comedy and acrobatics. A showcase that delights both young and old. The Sichuan opera's origins go back some 400 years to the Qing dynasty, 1736 to 1795. It was created as a hybrid of the different forms of popular theatre which existed in the region. The main theme is the rivalry and civil wars that took place between the three kingdoms of China almost 1800 years ago. Sichuan is a land of deeply diverse and dynamic cultures and tradition, where each ethnic group jealously protects its language and its heritage. While the Han are the main ethnic group, three minorities also have a significant presence in the province: the Yi, the Qiang, and the Tibetans. Every one of these ethnic groups has its own culture, folklore, and craftsmanship. Second only to the Han, the Yi are the region's largest ethnic group, numbering around 8.7 million people, 1.8 million of whom are in Sichuan province. They are the seventh biggest ethnic group of the 56 officially recognized by the People's Republic of China. In Yunnan province, the Yi celebrate the Torch Festival, the biggest of the year. There is a legend at its root that tells that after being defeated in combat by a human, a god sent a plague of locusts in revenge. The Yi lit torches to chase away the locusts. 3 days later, they had all disappeared. During the 3-day festival, The Yi people wear their finest ceremonial clothes, like these highly valuable traditional silver headdresses and ornaments. The festival is also an ideal occasion for young men and young women to meet in the hope of finding a partner. This annual tradition is a way for the Yi to preserve their culture amid the rapid mutation of the Chinese hinterland. The Yi language is Lolo-Burmese, which has many subgroups. The festival features many activities, such as fighting bulls, beauty contests, and horse races. As evening falls, the torches are lit, marking the start of the commemoration of the victory against the vengeful god and his locusts. The symbolism of exterminating and redeeming fire is powerfully expressed in dance. While these ancestral rites are still prevalent, the most commonly practiced religion in China is Buddhism, introduced in the 1st century AD. Originally from India, the religion has been reinterpreted over the centuries to become Chinese Buddhism. Near Chongqing, the Dazhu site, where sculptures are carved out of the rock face, is one of its most spectacular representations. These rock carvings date from around 650 AD. There are almost 50,000 statues scattered throughout 75 protected sites. They bear witness to the lives, not only of the great, but also of ordinary people. The most impressive statue of all is doubtless the Avalokitesvara of 1,000 arms, which in fact number 1007. Mountains are sacred to the people of Sichuan, and some of them are even the object of a cult. Mount Imei is one of Buddhism's sacred mountains. Each year, almost 3.3 million people make a pilgrimage to this holy of holies. It stands on the Chongqing Cordillera, on the western edge of the Sichuan Basin. Its 3,099-meter-high peak offers a majestic panoramic view. Usually cloaked in mist, Mount Amei sometimes experiences an astonishing phenomena of refraction through the clouds. It is known as the light of Buddha. Over the centuries, many pilgrims have thrown themselves into the void, in the belief that Buddha was calling them to him. The great Buddha of Leshan sits on the cliff face of Mount Lingyun, which means the mountain that reaches the clouds. Created between 713 and 803, the site has been a UNESCO World Heritage listed site since 1996. 71 meters tall and 28 meters across, it is the largest rock Buddha in the world. Its head measures 14.7 meters and each ear around 7 meters. Inside the statue, a drainage system has helped to limit natural erosion caused by rainwater. Despite this, the great Buddha has been frequently restored over the years. Nowadays, it is consistently monitored by the authorities in order to keep a regular check on the level of degradation linked to pollution and tourist activity. Legend has it that it owes its existence to a Buddhist monk, Master Haitong, who sought to protect the sailors navigating this perilous confluence of 3 rivers. The large amount of stone taken from the cliff face was dumped at the bottom of the river, drastically reducing the turbulence of the waters, thus making it a navigable waterway. Sichuan's history is rich and eventful, and many different civilizations have lived on the banks of the tumultuous Min River. The oldest is probably the Chengdu civilization, whose Neolithic bronze statues are still shrouded in mystery. In 1980, in a field an hour's drive from Chengdu, a large hoard of huge bronze masks and statuettes was unearthed. These objects bore witness to a developed and sophisticated civilization, rich in technical and artistic skill. One of Sichuan's most ancient periods thus revealed itself to the gaze of the modern world, with its rites, traditions and art. The Chengdu masks date from the Bronze Age. The civilization known as the Shu appears to have lasted around 2,000 years, before disappearing for reasons still unknown. So far, almost 10,000 gold, jade, bronze, bone and ivory artifacts have been uncovered. The region's restorers have become masters of their craft and the techniques of restoring these ancient artifacts. The vase that Guo is working on dates from the Zhou dynasty, which lasted from 1046 to 771 BC.
Chengdu's bronze artifacts were all used for sacrificial rituals. They were smashed up and thrown into the sacrificial pit. The goal of the restoration work is to recreate the objects, to artistically complete the missing pieces, and smelt the objects back to their original form. My team uses only traditional bronze restoration techniques, such as sculpture, smelting, molding, painting, engraving, etc. You need some knowledge of fine art to restore the surface, in order to get a complete artifact.
The disappearance of the Shu civilization remains an enigma. Perhaps they were victims of a flood. The region was frequently submerged beneath the waters of the unpredictable Min River. Regulating this watercourse has been a major issue. In 256 BC, Governor Li Bing and his son set their hands to this Herculean task. Using interwoven reeds and rocks, they created the Dujiangyan irrigation system.
In the name Dujiangyan, Du is for Chengdu, Jian is for the Minjiang River, and Yan is Chinese for dam. The irrigation system before us has a 2,270-year history. It is designed to divert the waters of the Min River and to prevent flooding and the accumulation of silt. In the era of the Warring Kingdoms, conflict between the Qin and other realms raged one after the other. This meant that a regular food supply chain was necessary. But at that time, periods of drought and flooding alternated. So Li Bing was sent to construct these waterworks to develop the region's agriculture.
This irrigation system is a veritable feat of hydraulic engineering, at a period when modern earth-moving methods were unknown. A temple has even been built as a tribute to Li Ping and his son. Nowadays, the Dujiangyan irrigates 668,700 hectares of farmland. With the construction of this irrigation system, the region's agriculture developed, and the Chengdu plain soon became one of the country's food stores. Rice cultivation is everywhere in Sichuan. Rice paddies cover 20,000 kilometers squared, which accounts for 30% of the province's farmland. Rice is the staple food of the people of Sichuan, who eat it with every meal. The region also produces a large quantity of green tea. The tea harvest is the earliest to take place in China. The first tea available in the spring markets is usually from Sichuan. The leaves are dried and prepared in situ, producing one of the finest teas available, Imperial Zhu Ye King, which is highly sought after by tea lovers all over the world. Sichuan is a specialist in fine agricultural produce, prized by the world's greatest chefs. Zhang Yongfu, who runs the kitchen at the Song Yunze restaurant in Chengdu, uses his visit to Hanwan County to purchase several kilos of Sichuan pepper. It is one of the oldest Chinese spices and a star ingredient of the region's cuisine.
I've come here for the Sichuanese cuisine.
Would you like to buy some?
Yes.
It's a beautiful bright color.
Its characteristics come from two main spices, pepper and chili. If those two ingredients are of good quality, the food will be delicious.
Look at the color, isn't it lovely?
May I have a taste?
Taste it and chew it well.
Good strong flavor, really nice. It is strong.
Sichuan pepper has a unique flavor. It causes a burning sensation rather like chili and has a citrus aftertaste. It can also have a mild anesthetic effect. This berry was used as a tribute to the imperial family during the Tang dynasty over 1,200 years ago. Sichuan pepper is usually harvested between late July and mid-October and can only be done by hand. Once picked, the pepper is dried in the sun. There is another speciality emblematic of Sichuan, which is exported throughout China: red chili. Chef Zhang visits a chili farm in Shuangliu County to select his chili peppers. Choosing the right peppers is vital in producing this refined and exacting cuisine. Zhang has chosen Madame Liu's farm for her knowledge and consistency in Sichuan chili cultivation.
Xiao Lu,
Mr. Zong, it's been a long time.
are the chilies good this year?
Come and see, we're harvesting and sorting the chili peppers.
These are ideal for the chili and fermented bean sauce. Where else are you going to find such good quality peppers? I promise you, these are premium quality chilies.
Yes.
I'll buy 1,000 kilos of the chili and
Okay,
fermented
okay.
bean sauce and 500 kilos of chili peppers.
Okay, no
The
problem.
quality of the pepper is good this year.
Okay, no problem.
The chilies are fermented according to a very ancient recipe, which is in several stages. First, the red chilies are washed and then crushed. The second stage consists of adding a large amount of salt. In the third stage, fermented beans are added, along with water and salt. Then the mixture is dried. Stage 4. After a 20-day fermentation, the whole lot is mixed and put into a pot. Finally, stir the sauce every day and wait at least a year for the sauce to achieve its best possible flavor. This paste will be the base for the legendary Sichuan sauce, which will be incorporated into many dishes and delicacies. One of the most famous traditional dishes here is the Sichuan fondue. Boiling fragrant oil is prepared using the chili paste.
Sichuanese people like fondue because you can eat all sorts of different dishes with it. Hundreds of ingredients, hundreds of flavors, and you can eat them all together in one bowl. That's why the Sichuanese love fondue. Also, the climate here is warm and humid, and chili helps the body to repel the humidity. That's another reason. The main ingredients in the fondue are usually offal, such as beef tripe, rabbit's kidneys, and pig brains. They have a strong taste of blood, which is too strong for normal Chinese cooking. But in a fondue, the strength and flavor of the chilies neutralizes the taste of blood.
Diners can cook all sorts of meat and vegetables in the spiced broth. This special dish is popular throughout China. Sichuan cuisine relies heavily on the great variety of vegetables grown on the Chengdu plains. Sichuan's gastronomic reputation is well established. It is extremely varied and multifaceted. Back at the restaurant, Zhang Yuanfu's brigade is preparing the finest traditional dishes for a gathering of important local dignitaries. The dishes are served on a rotating glass table. so that each person can help themselves from the large variety of offerings. Sichuan's history is a large part of China's own. A land of beauty and contrast, but also a rich mosaic of people and cultures. It has shaped its people's character and way of life. While Sichuan is looking ever more keenly to the future and modernity, it is still trying to preserve its exceptional and unique heritage.